Paige Jackson and Carrie Mazesson found out their apartment was up for sale at the end of June. A realtor assured the couple that the potential buyer would continue their lease, but just days later, that changed.
And then the next thing we heard, we got an eviction notice via email, July 1st, 1:42 in the morning. So we woke up to it.
It was a no-fault eviction. Newfoundland and Labrador's rental laws allow landlords to terminate a tenant's rental agreement for reasons that aren't their fault, like if the landlord wants to convert the apartment to a short-term rental or if they intend to sell the apartment. Jackson and Mazesson were given the required 3 months' notice to move out. Being from Ontario, they didn't realize that was possible. Landlords there have to apply for a no-fault eviction order in good faith. In New Brunswick and Nova Scotia, certain rules and conditions must be met to evict someone. All evictions in Prince Edward Island must be approved by its regulatory body.
If you are booting out really good tenants with no reason, what does that say about the protections in the province from the government, right? Like, we did absolutely nothing wrong, and our entire life was completely upheaved.
Sociologist Daniel Kudla says Newfoundland and Labrador is a legislative outlier in the way that it allows no-fault evictions. He says in some cases it can even open the door to homelessness.
And already right now we're in a housing crisis where there's just a lack of available, affordable housing stock. So when people or a family gets evicted, of course, there's little to few options, especially in the city here in St. John's.
The couple did find a new apartment, but Mazesson says it drained their savings, having to pay rent for both places 1 month just to secure a place to live. These two professionals are now considering moving away, citing a lack of protections for renters like them.
It's not the only reason, but this really is pushing us out because we have absolutely no security. We're lucky that we found a new wonderful landlord, but at any moment that could just be taken away from us for no reason. And so that doesn't entice me to want to stay here, to be totally honest.
Kudla says situations like these highlight a need for change in Newfoundland and Labrador.
Ban no-fault evictions, establish rent control rules, certainly create a more robust provincial homelessness policy. That's what I would suggest as practical political solutions to this issue.
CBC News additionally made numerous attempts to interview landlords for this story, but several declined to speak on the record. The Department of Government Services is responsible for the Residential Tenancies Act. Minister Mike Guzny didn't do an interview, but the department emailed a statement saying, "In light of these concerns and the financial challenges facing many in our province today, we welcome conversations on how to move forward and what changes could be made. We will explore and consider all options in consultation with housing advocates and community partners." Guzny added that any changes made to the act must balance the rights of landlords and tenants. Meanwhile, Jackson and Mazesson say that tenants here should be aware of their rights and the risks. Maddie, CBC News, St. John's.